Right then, welcome back to episode 3 of my reading club. I'm behind. I've finished book 1, Wheel of Time, The Eye of the World, and I'm actually like nearly halfway through book 2, The Great Hunt. So I'm doing 2 videos today. The kids are off for half term, and I don't record really when they're off school. Half because I'm trying to be a parent, and 2 because like I wouldn't get a moment's respite. I'd have already been interrupted 10 times in this intro already. Anyway, this video, we're talking about the end of The Wheel of Time, The Eye of the World. Now, I've already had to jog my memory with how this ended because I'm in a weird position with this series where I'm just fully aware of how big it is. So I've pretty much treated this entire first book like an intro. And I'm just like, right, okay, yeah, cool, right, on to the next one. And I'm really hyper fixated on reading this series at the minute to the point where I haven't been editing the other videos from my channel. I know you spoke to my wife last night. She was kind of like, right, you need to stop reading and like get back on your editing because, yeah, I've not been uploading. Anyway, about the book. They'd all kind of come back together, hadn't they? And they went to the Eye of the World, which is basically this, like a big pool full of like Raw the One power that was created by 100 like Ascendai. If you haven't followed the Wheel of Time or you don't read it or you think about reading it, I'm going to call them mages, like wizards. That's basically what these Ascendai are. I don't like saying that because I feel like I'm butchering the fucking pronunciation of it. So they're basically like wizards and witches, you know what I mean? Women and men with magic, you know what I mean? So 100 of them sacrificed themselves back in like the Age of Legends and made this fucking pool of power, basically, you know, because at some point they knew it'd be needed. These 2 Forsaken turned up, which are meant to be banished to this other fucking realm place where they're not meant to be able to get out. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And you're monstrously powerful. Now we're all fucking scared. Rand manages to channel this pool of fucking power, like it, but purposefully sort of thing. Defeats this Forsaken asshole. There is also a tree guy there. Like, he sounds like, what are they in Lord of the Rings? You know, the tree people. There's tree made out of tree stuff and plants and stuff. Like, it sounds really fucking cool. He's like some ancient legend thing, but he protects the eye. And it's really cool because he's like, obviously he's got memory and stuff, and he starts talking, you're like, yeah, fucking great. But then the Forsaken turned up and kill him. But he kills one of the Forsaken in it killing him, so they take each other out, so then there's one left. Rand takes out the other fucker. And in the story, there was a bit where, like, I'm aware of how I'm talking, but it's hard because I wanted this to be like a book club thing, but it's turned into like a weird review, blah-de-blah. But I just not talking about it, so I don't know what these videos are anymore. They're just me talking about the books I'm reading. Anyway, he's at Faldara, I want to say. This, like, city on the borderlands right next to where all the bad guys fucking live, right? And the guys that are there are, like, fucking warrior guys. They protect the borders. They're all warriors sort of thing. They've got to go fight this big battle. They're trying to get Rand and the wizard lady that is with Morianne to, like, stay, like, you know, you'd be really fucking useful. And the warder, turns out he's like an ancient king, but his not territory, kingdom isn't there anymore. It's been taken over, like, in the past by the bad people, by all the Trollocs and everything. So they're like, oh, come with us. But they're like, we've got our own battle to fight. We've got to get to the Eye of the World. So you are worried about them because they're basically going to, like, they don't think they're going to survive, but they're going to go and do their best to hold back this big ass army of Trollocs and fucking fades. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard trying to. Oh, this series will get better as I kind of find my flow with how to speak about these books, because it'd be nice to have someone here with me to bounce off that's also reading it. So anyway, in amongst Rand getting like this power and like managing to take out one of the Forsaken, he also just manages to appear where this battle's going on, pretty much wipes out the bad guys for him. Our good guys kind of like, oh, God turned up and fucking done that, because we some of them are like, we think we saw a man, like, we're not sure. And then, yeah, he ends up basically with the Dark One, who will say he's like the devil, whatever, you know, he's the bad guy. And he basically Rand's at the point where he feels like he's beaten, because he sees Rand's got like a faint strand of like energy flowing to him, like he can see, he's noticed it, but he's also noticed that the Dark One's got something similar, but it's a lot bigger, like he basically is drawing on like a pool of dark energy, but don't know where. He manages to harness everything he's got left, which it's not what's the word? Alluded to, that basically Rand's drawing on this pool of power, which is the Eye of the World. So he basically uses up what's left of that to like make a sword and chop through the energy that's feeding the dark one, and then he kind of and goes away. So he's like, he's dead, beat him, done. But he's very much like, oh, like, I won't do it again. Like, I didn't want it. Like, I only did it because, like, like, it was the bad guy. You know what I mean? I had to take him out because in the world at the minute, it's a case of like any men that wield the power. Because in the history of it, like, I can't remember exactly how it happened now. But this one power, there's like the male side of it and the female side of it. But at some point back in like the Age of Legends, the male side got corrupted. So any like male wizards, they all ended up going fucking woohoo, back crazy. So anytime a man appears in the modern age that seems to be able to manifest and what they call channeling the power, they're like, oh, we've got to kill this motherfucker. Or like at least they call it gentiling, basically stripping the power from them so they can't use it, because if they get left with it, then they're going to end up going nuts and like killing loads of people, sort of thing. So obviously Rand's in a position where he's like, oh, fuck, I can channel, like, and he's worried he's going to go mad, and he's swearing like, I don't fucking, I don't know, I'm not going to do it, I don't want to touch it, blah, blah, blah. Also, in this Eye of the World, there was like some stairs going down to a chamber, and they come back out and they get this chest that's got this banner in, that's the banner of Luce Thurin, who was the dragon in the previous age, because basically Randy's meant to be the dragon reborn. So there's that there. There's also the Horn of Valir, which is like a horn that basically it's meant to be able to raise the heroes from the dead to come and fight for you, but it's indiscriminate. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. So it's a thing then of like, shit, we need to get this to the right people, sort of thing. There was another thing in the box. Let me double check. I couldn't find the thing. Basically, there's another thing in there that's like, I'm sure it's a seal, but it's been broken, and it's one of the seals that's meant to be holding the Dark One back. But it's made of like this material that's been lost in the Age of Legends, and they don't know how to recreate it. I know generally that, but I can't remember what it's called. But I'd asked chatbot to give me like, jog my memory about it. And I like this. It's giving me a little summary thing. It's like, if you need a quick YouTube summary, The Eye of the World starts as a story about a farm boy fleeing monsters and ends with Rand unknowingly wielding enough power to destroy armies, discovering he can channel and realizing he may be tied to ancient prophecies that could change the world. So yeah, basically book one ends up with it being like, Rand's officially channeled. He thinks the Dark One's gone. They found these artifacts as such. But I know the Morian the Ascendai, so that's who he's worried about, because it's like, well, they're the ones that, the female wizards, the witches, they're the ones that take the men that can use the power and like put a plug in them, basically. So he's like, oh shit, like he comes along and she's like, tell me everything. So he goes to everything what he done. And she's like, right, okay, go do what you want. So he's like, wait, what do you mean? I'm gonna double check actually. So yeah, I just flicked through again, and basically she's like, tell me everything. But after he said it all, because it's such this, it's like a built-in thing in the society of like, men that can channel are fucking dangerous. Like, they're gonna go nuts. Like, stay the fuck away from them. Even like his love interest and the other woman that's from his original video are kind of like backing away. Like, fuck man, Rand can channel. Like, scared. So he's then obviously like, oh fuck man, everyone's gonna see me different. Like, but I'm no different. I don't want this. I didn't ask for it. That sort of thing. Morian is like, after he's told her everything, she's like, I had my suspicions. Then it kind of goes through bits that happened in the book, like at the very start when they're all running and he's using his horse as just like a fucking normal farm horse, but she's keeping up with these like fucking stallions and whatnot. It's because he was like feeding her energy, sort of thing. And there's loads of little bits like that throughout the story, obviously, where it's like shit's happened. So she's referring to that. But obviously the last line of the book's just the bollocks, where it's, the prophecies will be fulfilled, the Ascendai whispered. The dragon is reborn. So cool as fuck. End of that. It's basically like, yeah, he's channeled. He's worried about everyone. He still doesn't want the fucking power and everything else. I was about to start talking about book 2, but we need to end this so it's clear on the YouTube-ness, isn't it? So yeah, summary. Really enjoyed book 1. It was fucking cool. Oh, like, it's got everything I need. Me and the wife went to the cinema yesterday to watch the new Scary Movie, which was cool, by the way. Enjoyed it. Very throwbacky, really cool. But then inside there was like a poster thing I can't remember what the film said it was called, but I was like, that looks a bit of me, because it was all like fiery, dark fucking background, some guy with a sword and a horse like behind him, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's a bit of me. So you know what I mean? Wheel of Time, fucking horses, magic, cool swords, magic fucking weapons, prophecies, theology, unknown history, unknown where's going, good and evil, fucking magic political relationships and everything else. It's just like, this is fucking sweet. So obviously I'm kind of ending book one being like, I think I even put on my chat about that. I reckon like this book one is Rand going, I'm just a shepherd. I'm a shepherd. I do sheep. I do sheep. All right, I can kind of use. All right, I can use power. All right, I can use it, but like I didn't ask for it. And then I reckon book two is going to be like, I'm not going to use fucking power. I'm not going to use fucking power. I'm not using it. Fuck off. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. You're not going to make me. You're not going to make me. And then he's going to go, all right, fine. I'll use it, but like only a little bit, just to help the people that I love, but nothing else. Like that's how I reckon book two is going to go. I don't know what's going to go on with Egwene and Neve. Obviously, I'm trying not to draw on what I've already read in book two. But obviously, they're just kind of unknown because you just know they're going to go and train to be a Sendai. Or like witches, whatever. Like women with power. I'm going to keep fucking saying it like that. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Matt. All it seems to be with Matt is that he's a fucking fairy. Mouthy, cheeky, and he's been corrupted by that dagger. Like, that's it. Where if Perry, or Perrin, he's cool. He can talk to wolves, man. He can telepathize with wolf packs, and he's got yellow eyes, and he can see in the fucking dark and hear really well. Like, that's fucking cool. And obviously, Rand is the Dragon Reborn. Not that he's accepted that yet. So, yeah, and I just know from reading like Brandon Sanderson and whatnot, it's like I've enjoyed book one. And that I know that everything in it's just going to get bigger, isn't it? Like the world's going to get bigger, the characters are going to get bigger, there's going to be more characters come in. I want to know what the fuck has happened to Tom Merrilin, the Glee man, the guy that sings and everything at the start, because he sacrifices himself to a fade so Rand and Perry can get away. And I've always had this rule with like films and shows and everything else where it's like, if you don't see them dead, they are still alive. And we didn't see him die. He just got left in a situation where it's like, he ain't going to survive that. And even Morian said like, dude's not dead. So I'm really looking forward to when the fuck he comes back or how he comes back, because it hasn't happened yet. So I'm wondering what book it's going to be in. And yes, I'm just excited to see what happens there. Or, well, no, I'm excited if it's a good way, but obviously worried because what if he comes back as a bad guy? But then do we turn him back? Food for thought. Right, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to go straight into episode 4 to talk about book 2. If you're enjoying these videos, let me know in the comments. If you're thinking about reading Wheel of Time, I've probably just spoiled a shitload for you, so that's a bit daft. Surely you're only watching this video if you've read Wheel of Time, or you're starting to read Wheel of Time. Yes. Be sure to check out the channel. I've got fuckloads of different videos and playlists because this is my channel, mine, and I do all sorts of stuff. I do. Don't know why I went into that fucking accent. But yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I shall see you in the next video.